Hello, welcome to this short 5-minute series on back and neck pain. Let's go ahead and get started in a seated position. We're just gonna start here. Take a deep breath in, inhale your arms up, exhale your arms to your chest. Deep inhale in, exhale out the mouth. Good, one last time, deep inhale, and exhale, arms in the heart center. Good. The first pose we're going to do is cat-cow pose. So we're going to come onto all fours. Hands are right beneath the shoulders. Knees are below the hips. And as we exhale, we're going to press through our hands, arch through our back, and release the head. So the very important thing here is to release through the neck. You can take some yeses and nos. Good, and on your inhale, you're gonna tilt your pelvis down towards the mat and pull your chest through towards the front. Gaze should be out towards the top of your mat. And exhale, come back into that cat pose. Really articulating the spine here. We're gonna move in and out of this cat-cow pose. As we inhale, you'll come into your cow, dropping your spine. Pulling your chest through, shoulders are down the back, neck is long. And exhale, round through the spine. And keep moving through this at your own pace. I like to point out here, spine movement is particularly important to wet through our vertebrae. So for example, when we wake up in the morning, we're the tallest that will be all day. Our spine starts to decompress throughout the day. That fluid between each vertebrae starts to dissipate. Where most of the spine is most hydrated when you wake up in the morning. So it's extra important to do some spine movement as the day moves on to get that fluid moving through the vertebrae. Beautiful. One last inhale here, and then exhale up into your cat pose, and then we'll drop back into a child's pose. So I'm going to give you an option of what is comfortable here for you. You can keep your knees together, or you can spread them as wide as the mat, and walk your hands out in front of you, reaching through the fingertips. Drop your head, let your forehead rest onto your mat. Arms should be active here. So pressing through the palms, pulling the shoulders down the back, reaching the crown of the head forward, and letting those hips sink back even further. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Deep breath in, and exhale. Let's just move into a variation here. So you're gonna drop your elbows and put your palms together in a prayer pose behind your head. This gives us a deeper stretch into the triceps, underneath of the armpits, in between the ribs. And again here, you wanna keep the shoulders drawing down the back and pulling that crown of the head forward while releasing through your hips. Good. As we inhale, I want you to feel that breath in the armpit, shoulder areas, really creating that stretch in that space. And exhale, release out the tension. Good. Now another thing that can be helpful in this child's pose is taking hands over towards the side, so we can reach over towards the left side, getting a stretch through that right side body. Your hip can tend to pop up here. We want to keep the hips square towards the mat. Really feeling that stretch through the right side body, through that right armpit, all the way out the fingertips. Good. You're going to slowly walk yourself back into center and Just pause in the center to realign your spine and take it over to the left hand side. Reaching through those fingertips, keeping that chest and those hips square. Take a deep breath into that left side and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Walk it back to the middle. We're gonna come back up onto your palms. I'll just give you one more variation you can do here. It's called thread the needle. So you can reach up through your right fingertips, really stretch long, feel that stretch. And then you're gonna take this right arm underneath of your left, like you're threading a needle, and reach it as far as you can. You wanna let your head rest once you get there, releasing through the neck. You can take your left arm and prop it up in front of your right arm, or you can take that left arm long out in front of you. So now we're getting more into those shoulders, getting a stretch through those shoulders. Take a deep inhale, sending that breath into the deltoid. And exhale, release. Let's take one more deep breath here. Beautiful. You're going to slowly unwind. So take your palm, press up right in front of that right arm. And as you inhale, you're going to reach back up nice and long through the spine. Beautiful. Both hands come out in front of you. And then let's do it on the other side. Left arm comes up, reach the fingertips, and then thread through underneath of your right arm. Let your head rest, relax through the neck. You can reach to deepen that stretch. It's going to deepen your stretch if you bring this right arm out long in front of you. And then relax into that stretch using your breath. Nice. Slowly unwind. Lift your left fingertips back up to the ceiling and come back into each tabletop position. The next exercise we'll do is a downward facing dog. So from your tabletop position, you're going to curl under your toes and press your hips back into your down dog. Your head is going to hang nice and heavy here. You want it loose. The important thing to focus in on here when we're talking about that neck and back pain is a couple things. So if you need to take a bend in your knees and press your chest towards your thighs, that's going to create more elongation in the spine and more space through that vertebrae, which is what we're looking for to decompress. Another thing that you can do is you want to take some yeses and nos through your head, just relaxing through, especially those trap muscles. And then you want to feel your shoulder blades come down your back. So notice, like, if you're in your down dog and those shoulders feel like they're coming up towards your ears, really pull them back down towards your hips. Good. Pressing through the palms and the heels. And then you'll slowly come down back into your tabletop position. The last exercise that we're going to do here is the Sphinx pose. So what I want you to do is come down onto your belly nice and slow, stretching your legs out behind you. So the Sphinx pose is really helpful because it's a back bend and we don't move our spine in this movement hardly ever. We need to be intentional about it. The important thing to remember here is a couple things. So keeping that elbow beneath your shoulder. And as we start to press up, we want to think about pulling our chest forward and bending from the top of our back. So it's intuitive to just press up and bend into our low back. That's going to cause more compression. We don't want to do that. The first thing that we want to do as we start to lift up, you can even curl your fingertips a little bit and start to kind of give yourself some traction to pull the crown forward. You could stay right here. Start to feel that decompression in that low spine. If you want to move further, the first thing that I want you to do is tighten through the core. The way we do that is pressing the backs of your feet into your mat. That's going to engage your leg muscles. And then I want you to engage your abdominals, pulling them in towards one another. Like there's a zipper from the bottom of your belly up to your belly button. You should feel it engage. If you're having trouble finding it, a good way to find this pelvic floor muscle is to take a deep breath in and then forced exhale through pursed lips. So like you're blowing out a candle across the room. You'll feel that engagement in your lower abs. That's what you want to feel. Nice and strong as you lift up and then bend from where your bra strap would be. You want to feel length in those hips, so keep pulling, tractioning yourself forward. If you feel pain in the low back, I would come down and keep that lower and just pull yourself forward in that more of a traction, allowing those shoulder blades to come down your back. Beautiful. Take a rest here onto your belly. You can take your arms long, feet long behind you. Maybe you want to take some windshield wipers. When you're ready, nice and slow, you'll press yourself back up into a seated position. Let's just do one more here to finish this out. So we're gonna come into some neck stretches. You're gonna reach your right arm up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, just let the weight of your hand bring the head down over to the right hand shoulder. So there's no pulling here. It's just extra weight to feel that stretch through the left side of the neck. Good, slowly unwind. And let's do it on the other side. Reach your left arm up to the finger, or your left fingertips up towards the ceiling, and let that weight drape on that right ear, allowing that stretch to come through your right side of your neck. You can always take your hand that's on the ground behind you to feel deeper stretch through the neck into the front of the shoulder. Good, slowly unwind. Reach your arms up, inhale, and exhale back to center. And there's your short exercise for your neck and your back.